Friends, I'm here today with my emotional support dog. Say hi, Holly. Say hi, Holly. I'm mad. I'm really mad. I was all set for an afternoon of riveting testimony. Ronnie Crosby was going to come and reveal the secret conversation that he had with Alec on June the 10th, 2021, right after the murders took place. There was all these in-camera hearings and stop barking out of the presence of the jury. And there was all this debate back and forth. Could we hear what he said? What does he have to say? And then this morning, Queen Jeannie Seconder took the stand, read Alec for filth all morning long. It was fantastic. Then in the afternoon, the judge said, bring the jury. And I was like, here we go. And the prosecution said, I call Ronnie Crosby. And I was like, this is going to be the best day of my entire life. And then Ronnie Crosby got up there and said nothing. Listen, he had a sad tale to tell. He was friends with Maggie and Paul. His younger son and Paul were close, and Paul was like a kid to him, a nephew, whatever. The families were very close. Great. The night of the murders, he went over there. He saw the bodies. Heartbroken. Ronnie Crosby eulogized Paul at his funeral. That's terrible. Also, here's a little connect that I discovered partially from the comments and partially from watching trial coverage. That is that this town is so small, everybody is associated with everybody. Mallory Beach and some of the other girls that were involved in the boat crash all worked at the same boutique. That boutique is owned by Ronnie Crosby's wife. Some of the kids from the boat crash case got into a car accident after the boat case one night on their way to work at Ronnie Crosby's wife's boutique. Like, this is the smallest town in the world. I am seriously hoping that there's like an inside secret language that these people know and understand about each other, that will, so that they can understand like the deeper subtext that me as a non-Hampton County resident is not getting. Because I'm watching this trial and I'm like, I think he did it. What is the prosecution doing? They are fumbling. They are bumbling. They are forgetting to ask questions. And most of all, they had all of this pre-trial whatever about having Ronnie Crosby get up there and reveal the secret from a secret conversation. Ronnie Crosby gets on the stand and they never mention it. They don't bring up that date. They brought up everything that happened before June 10th. They brought up everything that happened in September after June 10th. What happened on June 10th? What did Ronnie Crosby overhear? We never found out. Maybe he said nothing. Maybe he was like, lovely weather we're having here. I don't know. He was heartbroken and used all of his best curse words when he found out that Alec was stealing from the firm. He was big mad about that. Because let's be real. These guys make a base salary of $125,000 a year. In Hampton County, the average salary is $30,000. So for $125,000 a year, you're doing pretty good. Then at the end of the year, you get a 6 to 7 figure bonus. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in bonus every year for, what has he been there? 20 years? That's some serious money. So here comes Alec, about to mess all that up for everybody. The wives, listen, all of the wives called him every filthy name they could think of. You know, they were like, I never did like him. Remember that one time? Like, you know, all the wives hated Alec. And the other thing that was really interesting that Ronnie did bring up is that Alec Murdaugh was obsessed with his phone. He was always on the phone. I mean, personally, I usually fully half my conversations with my family are, where's my phone? Did you see my phone? Where's my phone? Sometimes when I'm making this video, recording it on my phone, I'm thinking to myself, where did I do my phone? Where is it? I'm sure it's around here somewhere, forgetting that I'm looking dead at it. I'm not really that attached to my phone, but some people are super attached to their phone. Apparently, Alec would be having a conversation with you in a partners meeting. He could be doing anything. If his phone rang, he would stop to answer the phone. So it is odd that during the hour-long time of the murders, he was not on his phone. Yes, he said he was asleep. Was his phone turned off? Was his phone even near him? What is going on with him and his phone? So there's a lot of questionable behavior. And when Ronnie Crosby was on the stand testifying, they played the Snapchat video that showed that Alec was down at the kennels at a couple of minutes before the shootings happened. Alec told Ronnie Crosby, oh no, I went and I took a nap and then I went to see my mom and them. Because, you know, and them is how folks in South Cackalack talk. But that Snapchat video proved that he was not sleeping or on his way to see his mom and them. He was at the kennels. That's a good fact for the prosecution. The rest of this foolishness they put on today, I could have missed it. I could have slept through it. I could have just watched court TV, the highlights of the day, and got all I needed to do. But I did not fail in watching Queen Jeannie Seckinger. I might be a little bit obsessed with her. She was so awesome. She was a good witness. Ronnie Crosby, not so much. Now, he was weepy. He was sad. He brought like the heart of the case. But there's a dead child. I mean, the child was a jerk, but he's still a dead child and a dead wife. Even if the wife was like a terrible person and thought she was better than you, which clearly reports have it that Maggie always thought she was better than you. She didn't deserve to go out like this, like, ew. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Can the prosecution win this case? Do they even have a case? Is Creighton just going to like rant and rave and continue to roam around the courtroom? I do not know. Dear Beyonce, let tomorrow be a better day. Oh. Beyonce answered my prayers. My basement got a clean bill of health today. I'm so excited. So now we can breathe the air, and it is unlikely we are breathing toxins. So that's really, really nice. The flood is all cleaned up and all of the damage has been mitigated. Fantastic. Here's another thing though. My house might be haunted. Like, I'm starting to get really concerned. Just as a review, last week my son was very, very ill and ended up in the emergency room. Like, it was a situation. And then as he was starting to get better, I got a little sick and one of my other kids got a little sick. And I was like, okay. And as we were working through that, a pipe broke in my crawl space. And then the crawl space flooded with sewage. We got the pipe fixed. We got the sewage cleaned up. And I was like, okay, things are moving in the right direction. My kid went back to school. The guy came today to check the air quality in the basement to make sure everything was cleaned up. And his truck broke down. Do we need an exorcism? Do you know who performs? Is it priests? Do you have to hire a special contractor? Can the Long Island Medium do that? I'm gonna need a specialist. If you know somebody, oh wait, can you just do sage? Is it sage? I made some homemade sausage the other day and I have some sage in there. It's like powder, so you can't burn it. Can I sprinkle some sage around? If you know how to get rid of like demons and evil spirits, aside from just plain living right, because I don't have time to do all that. But if you have recommendations on how I could get rid of the evil spirits that are clearly haunting my house. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, as the cleanup guys were cleaning up, my hot water heater went on the fritz. Like, something's wrong. So please let me know your best evil spells casting out. I don't know. Help a sister out. Okay, I gotta go make dinner, but I'll talk to you later. Bye.